John Deere 4430, 1975. I believe it's got 13,185 hours on it. I bought this tractor 6 years ago. It had, I think, 10 hours on, or not 10 hours, 10,000 hours, or just barely 10,000 hours. Reason I bought this one was I needed a track. Dad, who owns part of these cows, we're kind of partners, but I do the work. He retired from his regular job, so to keep him busy a couple days a week or whatever, kind of needed another tractor. And then also, I was only running one tractor, so if there was an issue, if something broke, we could not do anything. And it got to the point that we needed another tractor, because if if I was down a day, I ended up 3 weeks behind. So that's why we got another tractor. And then also, I had gotten to the point that I was sick of eating dirt, hauling manure, or baling corn stalks, baling hay, etc. So it got to the point that we wanted a cab, and so that's why the 4430. I was not too fond of a 1066 with the cabs that come on those, because they're basically, you're sitting in a tin box listening to just the rattling, etc. I'm not a big fan of the 86 series Internationals. I've driven a couple of them for other people, and so that's why we ended up with John Deere 4430. With that said, real quick, my dream tractor is a front wheel assist 1066 with the cab on it. And I will buy that. I found one out in Pennsylvania, but if I had the money just laying around, I would have told them just to ship it here. One of these days, hopefully, and for the fun of it, I'll have a front wheel assist 1066 with the cab. But anyway, back to the 4430. It's 125 or 130. I think it's like 130 engine horsepower, 120 PTO horsepower. So it's a notch bigger than the 9. This tractor, the original intention was to put it on the feed wagon in the winter time, which really never happened, because I put a loader on it, and that's just kind of in the way. So basically, the 4430 in the winter time was hooked to the manure spreader, and basically it took over the baling jobs. So it did all the hay baling, corn stalk baling, etc., manure hauling, everything that, and hay mowing. So basically the 9 just stayed on the feed wagon year round, and the 44 did all the other stuff. Recently, in the last year or so, the 4430's job basically is to haul manure. It's basically hooked to the slinger most of the year. Come summer, it gets hooked to the hay mower, and up until recently, it got hooked to it was running the baler. the air conditioner conked out on it this summer, so we started baling with the M. I had the 2-wheel drive. This works a whole lot better mowing hay. The M turns really short and sharp, but the maneuverability of the 2-wheel drive is a whole lot better. Like I mentioned in the 966 video, need to kind of spread my hours across the tractors, otherwise I'm gonna wear one out really fast and still have these other ones. So I've been keeping track of all since I got the M, so about the last 10 months I've been keeping track of how many hours we do various tasks with and try to spread these out. 4430 came with a front mounted fuel tank, and it came with duals. The duals I pulled off within the first day, and they've never been back on. I have no use for them. The plan will be to take the tires off the duals when I need to replace these. They're 18 438s. On this tractor, these are the original tires. This tractor was overhauled when I got it. Recent overhaul when I got it, which I will never buy a tractor like that again. Basically what happened, I think this tractor kind of blew up. They slapped it back together to get rid of it. Granted, it ran for me for almost 3,000 hours, but it also spent the last fall baling corn stalks. It kind of conked out on me, mainly hydraulic issues. It had engine oil getting into the hydraulics, and so kind of screwed a bunch of stuff up. And then when the mechanic was taking it apart, there was a lot of things that were done wrong when they fixed it. People fixed it originally, which just kind of contributed to everything. Water pump replaced on it. I think otherwise it's been, kind of not. There's been no issues. There's some leaks, but this tractor's a 1975, so that's 40 years old. You're gonna expect it. As far as I know, it's original paint. Does shine. I do wash them and wax them, but these tractors are used like every day, so it's really hard to keep them. I know everybody likes to look at the shiny tractors, etc., but those tractors never get used. I used to kind of were fascinated by low-houred old tractors, but the more I kind of think about it, it's kind of pointless. It's not too impressive with a 40-year-old tractor that has 2,000 hours on it. It's like, so what? A 40-year-old tractor that's got 13,000 hours on it that still looks kind of new, and it's been used every day of its life. That's more impressive to me. Exhaust stack is new. It's just basically rotted out. The old one, I think we still have some hydraulic issues that might need to be addressed. The hydraulic boxes were rebuilt. I think we have a weak hydraulic pump now. I think our adapters are leaking. That's the next thing to fix or change. They're Pioneer hydraulics, but the tractor hydraulics are John Deere, so we got to put the adapters on them. It's been scraping. It's been on the scraper for the last couple days. But there's 2 of our farm cats. But yeah, so this tractor, basically not it's worked really well, but like same with the 9, I put a lot of dollars in it this winter to fix it, to make it work the way it should. So it's cost a lot of money per hour to run compared to the new ones, but still, we'll see. I mean, it should be good for another, I don't know how many years. But that's one of those things with these old tractors. you think you can buy a tractor for cheap, but you're just planning on putting money into it, and then it's still only worth what it's worth. Doesn't matter how really good it is. The cab, the seat's a little wore out, but and, the dash is a little cracked. That's the way it was when I got it. But all in all, it's the interior. I'm assuming probably was replaced, but it's nothing is sagging. Fuel gauge works. The temp gauge works. I think the oil pressure is the only gauge that didn't work. They put some mediocre one in there. It's a quad range, ABCD 1 2 3 4, 2 hydraulics. Top speed is 18 miles an hour. Top speed in the 6125M is 26. You definitely know the difference. This tractor, like I said, the last year it's basically hauls them north for 6 months a year, then mows hay all summer, and it used to bale as well, but until the air conditioner conked out. Probably this fall we'll probably put the baler monitor back in here and use this tractor to bale corn stalks, basically to save a bunch of hooking and unhooking. Or this tractor will end up on the hay rake, and the 966 will end up on the feed wagon. Basically just to kind of spread the hours apart on these tractors. But yeah, this is the John Deere 4430 1975 model. Had it for 6 years, 5 years, 6 years, 13,000 hours on it. So this is my number 2 tractor. Its main job is to run that. So from about November or December 1st to June 1st, it'll never get unhooked from the manure spreader. Anyway, that's the story on this tractor. We'll catch you later. Thanks.